Well, good morning, everybody. Well, it's morning for me. Today we've just thought we'd come to the little town, a suburb of Greater Manchester called Eccles. So without further ado, no messing around, let's get in there. Well, we've arrived at Eccles, and it's a right, as they say in America, a right mess of trams and trains and buses and interchanges and, well, not quite that much. And what do we see opposite? Straight off the bucket list, we've got the cross. And what is the cross? Yes, of course, it is our spoons off the list. And then behind two lovely leviathans, as we can see there, we've got the lamb. Ah, there we go, the Lamb Hotel. It's a fine example of Edwardian taste, and it dates back to at least 1862. As I was saying, quite a hive of bussery in the little town, but we'll move up. Please don't get too excited. It's only a small town, but nevertheless, let's go and see what we can find. And a little memorial to the silk industry in Eccles. At the top of Church Street and the little shopping centre, I have to say that the Manchester and County Bank looks quite impressive. We've got the old Bull's Head over there. Let's go and have a look instead of zooming backwards and forwards. Well, we've got a Bull's Head, and right opposite the Bull's Head, we've got the Nag's Head. And that's conveniently next to Best Bargains, which, if we look behind me, is competing with Best Tailoring. So now you know. This particular shop is only one stop for all your need. So if you've got more than one need, you're in trouble. And then the grapes, whether it's the grapes of wrath or not, I'm not too sure. And on the corner here is some rather artworky sort of artwork. Very cleverly done. Clearly a very talented person. And another little bit more exciting wall art. And a little bit more over there, which is next to the odd fellow's arms. Don't know where his legs are. And then we've got the vestry hairdressing. Yes, the vestry is opposite. There we go. St. Mary's Parish Church in the centre of the town. And there we are, just telling us all it's the oldest building in Eccles, and it incorporates the remains of a Norman church. I should also add in, being a bit of a smart aleck, it's the only Grade 1 listed building in Eccles. I know it's a rather stupid thing to say, but it's lovely to see a church looking so, if you know what I mean, churchy. Real, sort of rural, yet in the, well, not too far from the centre of Manchester. And then a nice view from the back of the church, sadly overshadowed by the usual leviathan you get here and there. The church is actually set in nice, extensive grounds with plenty of seating. And another leviathan. But very, very pleasant, as I'm sure you can see, on this nice autumnal day. And then another view, this one from a place called Church Lane. Well, obviously they're going to call it Church Lane because it's the lane beside the church. I can't find anyone to speak to, but that looks very much like the Norman part of the church. And then, I could say stupidly, little Chimberley. And before I go, I just see the very careful of copyright behind as ABBA are singing the old clock. Just noticed this strange little building. Well, it's not little, but 1877 is the date on that. Now, needless to say, apartments, or flats as you or I would call them. And it was, oh, look at this, it seems to be Pearson's store. John Pearson, 1877. There is another blue plate across the road, so I'll just pause for a moment. The other blue plate is a bit of a, sorry, a bit deep and dark. Waves of cholera hit here, unfortunately. And that's very, very unfortunate, isn't it, to say the least. And then just nearby, if we swing round, Very interesting dwelling. And I've just spied as well, has its own train station. There's the train station. Here in Eccles, of course. And then as we swing round, well, you couldn't really miss it, but this thing seems so out of place. Just look at the size of it. Now, whether or not it's a block of apartments or not, I don't know, because everything's all very samey in terms of windows, but that's at the top end of the town. Not very pleasant. I see they call it a talking town. And then a couple of more. This is down again, but very pedestrianised, as you can see from the cobblestones. But, and it's very early as well for a Saturday morning, so this sort of place hasn't come to life yet because it all seems to be eateries. And of course, there's a solicitation office here, which would only open under exceptional circumstances and many pounds per hour on a Saturday. It's worth mentioning as we wander that Eccles is, well, it's the last hurrah stop before Trafford Park, which is over that way. No good me telling you where it is, just over that way, which of course is the largest industrial park in Europe, still is, and it's not too far away here from the Trafford Centre as well, the very large shopping centre. We've also got Barton Aerodrome, private one, which is just up road. And there was one thing that we haven't quite managed to get hold of yet, and I'm going to try and investigate now, and that's something that Eccles is probably most famous for. Now on the corner of John William Street, the shop you can see behind me, I was just informed by a local gentleman in the know that it was the original, are you ready for this? And I can't find them anywhere, Eccles Cake bakery shop. And that's what I've been looking for. We'll get one yet, I hope. That's what I said I was going to introduce you to earlier, but never mind. Interesting feature up there. And then 1874. This was the home of the Journal, Eccles' own local newspaper. Suffering like many other newspapers and just either gone or subsumed by another sign of, unfortunately, a little bit of decline when you see in the little local shopping centre 3 charity shops, one after the other. In fact, a quick whiz over here, take that back, it's 4 charity shops. It's all rather sad, really, to be quite honest. I mean, well, we know Wilko failed nationally and then was subsumed by the Range, was it? I'm just trusting my memory. But you come down here into the main part of the shopping centre. Now, bearing in mind it's 5 to 11 on a Saturday, and sadly you're greeted by this. Really is very, very sad. And please don't mention Mr. Bezos's £50 million wedding to what's-her-face. And then we come out of the shopping centre, even the centre management suite, they've gone home. And no fly tipping. So I must just get my old bag of wasps out and throw them away now. And then the top end of Eccles, breaking the rules by having a post office that's open. In the centre of the town, that is. Interesting architecture ahead. We'll go and have a look. And the Town Hall Hotel. No less. With completed branches actually in the building as opposed to elsewhere. And then we find the grand old Duke of York, trying to look a bit Tudory. Next door to, yes, we found the town hall, blue plate and all. Let's go and have a look. Just before we cross the road, interesting looking building at the top there. And there we go, one town hall with town hall clock. And we'll go and have a look at the blue plate. Just bear with me while we cross the road. A bit confusing because it says the former town hall, built at the site of an old cockpit to replace their overcrowded rooms. Well, it may say that. It's got all the signs here of nice bit of stuff on the windows, but there we go. The town hall. It is the town hall. Stop driving me mad, Eccles. And we've come around the corner, and as you can see, It's very much sort of town hall-y and council-y as buildings go. And then it's demonstrating the magistrates' court, the main entrance, inside the back end there of the town hall, and a Leviathan in the background, of course. And this opposite the magistrates' court is called the original photographic studio. Yes, now you know. And then opposite the town hall where we've just come from, we'll just swing round. A little bit of modern stuff there, and this is the centre of the town memorial. And we've got just behind something called the Eccles Gateway, which presumably is part of all the council stuff around. It's worth mentioning that while we've seen the council buildings around, Eccles is a little bit overshadowed by the administrative centre of the city of Salford, which we're technically in, although it's Greater Manchester, because up the road in Swinton, not too far away, yes, that's where the insurance company was named after, started there, is the actual Salford City Council offices, where you get all the main admin, including the mayor's offices and where the councillors for Salford all sit. Well, they move around a bit occasionally when they do some work, but that's where they sit. As you can see, well served by public transport. And this delightful building here, this is the town library. And the little thing at the top there, that's very, very interesting. Like a lighthouse. Well, it's probably got a light in it anyway. And then we'll just have a look here at this very interesting little shield on top of the door. Oh, it's very well worked using mosaics. And as you can see, it's one of many Carnegie libraries around Manchester and region. Yes, the real Carnegie, that is. There are a lot of them dedicated to Carnegie in Manchester. And there you go, just to prove it. Been serving the community since 1907. And I promise no stupid jokes like I always do about that being nearly 7:10. It's brim full of these little blue plates all over the place. Shuttle Street for hand weavers. Hence the term shuttle, but yes, gone a bit sort of Aldi-ish and modern building-ish at the back. And like every town, Eccles has a little market hall. We'll go and have a look. It's been around for years, so we'll see what it's got to say for itself. Well, up so listen to that noisy thing, very impressive. Sadly, I've been led astray. There's a grand total of 3 shops in the market hall, and unless I'm missing something, so that's it. Onwards and forwards. Just a time update, it's 12:20 according to my timepiece. And just look at this, this is the shopping centre of Eccles, and as near as makes some difference, deserted. What a shame. And then you come out from where was the Eccles Cakes shop, and you see this and you think, goodness me, I mean, this is Eccles, a suburb in Manchester, little town, and this horrific thing. It actually looks like Bridge House in Salford, the former home of HMRC, almost the same sort of style. And then as the lovely autumn sunshine comes out, we're confronted by the Royal Oak Hotel. While on my wanders through Eccles, I've seen a lot of these lime bikes. I mean, this is in a very strange area, because if we look around there, we've got a school there, and that's the way back into the town centre. And then this is just a road called Barton Avenue, so I don't know why they're there. Oh, I've never heard of adopting roads, but this one's unadopted, so if you want it, it's all yours. For a fee, presumably, to Salford Council. Anyway, as we continue down this road of quite pleasant, I'm not too sure if they're Victorian or Edwardian houses. I've not really seen any plates. Oh look, there's an interesting little display for Halloween. Although a little bit premature, but still, someone's gone to a lot of trouble. But as I say, just general nice. Oh, another display here. Oh, someone's been hitting Temu. Oh, another one here as well. Good. Oh, crikey, I didn't even see that, and I walked right past it. Isn't that wonderful? What a lovely display. Anyway, as we continue down here towards the destination, which I'll keep secret for the moment, these Victorian, or as we're saying, Edwardian terraces, what has happened is on the side to the left as we walk down, the view used to be over the Manchester Ship Canal. But what they've done now is, and you can just see as we come here, yes, like everywhere, they take the spare land and they build a housing estate. But I mean, well, why not? People have to live somewhere. Despite being somewhat of a stone's throw from the likes of the Trafford Trading Estate. And, oh look, a hidden gem, an Eccles hidden gem. We found a bus stop. No, aside from being, as I was saying, oh, there you can see, I know if you can see it. Oh no, you probably can't. I'll try and zoom in. Can you see it? There you are. There's one of the small planes that would fly in and out of Barton Aerodrome. But as I was saying, quite ruralified, if you know what I mean, even despite the fact that we've got, let's say, a housing estate on one side and all the attrition ones there. It still looks very pleasant. And, well, it's all made all the better by the lovely weather. Here's someone with a little Halloween display. And look, there's Ray Reardon. And but wait till you see what's behind me. Let's just swing round so you can see I'm not. Now there's a display and a half. Just look at this. We've got all the ghouls and the goblins and, oh no, Greta Thunberg's not there. We've got all the ghouls now. Oh, look at this. Oh, it lives. It lives. And Mr. Pumpkinhead. I know he's got flashing eyes, that chap over there, and some sort of Skeletor or something. Pardon me, I don't know the terminology. And then we've got a nice little witch's brew fire. And over there, oh, aha. Is that the Speaker of the House I see? No, it's not. Maybe the Speaker of this House. And some unfortunate person hanging by a thread up there. Or as my neighbour would say, hanging by a Fred. Not a Barney, a Fred. Just wonderful. Right, let's move on. Oh yes, tell me about it in the winter. And there's a lovely tree just by the side of the, and we'll just swing round here now. And to you, your homeworks, try your lights, and the Manchester Ship Canal. We'll try and move a bit further forward, but it's a little bit sort of, oh look, I can see a tie your ship up type of metal-y thing from old here. With little steps down to the canal, or at least they were. And what I've come down to, actually, down by the side here, risking body, soul and varicose veins, is the Barton Swing Bridge that's over the Manchester Canal. Now you can't really see it, unfortunately, from here. I'm going to try and see if I can work my way further into the greenery and see, but oh, I'm being told where to go by those ducks flying past. No, I think even for an intrepid Dora the Explorer like me, I don't think I'll manage to get much further. So we'll have to go back from whence we came. In case we can't make our way round to it, that's the old Barton Swing Bridge from afar. Well, this is called the Pocket Park, to do with Barton Aqueduct and the Duke's Canal. Gosh, I'm not too sure if we should be into over 18 territory there, talking about the Duke's Canal. I have to confess I've never been in the Pocket Park before, or up a Duke's Canal, so let's see what lies ahead. And you can see the old stonework there. Let's go and have a bit of an investigation, seeing we're here. I can see while I walk down here that there's plenty of evidence of some sort of building work, an aqueductory. Let's see what's revealed. And here we go. There's the old Barton Swing Bridge. I don't believe used anymore. And the non-inferno of tower. Just a towering thing without an inferno. And then beside that, I'll have to walk up here so we can avoid the railings if we can. The current Barton Bridge Road. Let's just get a better look at that. There we go, the Barton Bridge Road over the Bridgewater Canal and the Manchester Ship Canal, taking all that wonderful traffic to spend all their money at the Trafford Centre. And there we go. Right, looking round here, I see, hey, quick exit. As they say in the Irish country land, little stepinis to take us upstairs. Well, what other things do steps do except go downstairs? The mysticism of a fine old bridge ruined by the arrival of a bus. And sur le pont Barton, we can see some nice buoys there. I'm just blocking a poor gentleman here who's trying to get past on his bicycle. You can see the brand new M60. Well, it's not brand new. I mean, it's been there a good few years, but that's the M60 bridge just by Barton Aerodrome that carries the M60, which of course it would do if it's called the M60 bridge, from the south of Manchester up to the north and joining in with the M62 to take everybody to Leeds, those who want to escape. Now, believe it or not, I had to wait until I got nearer to home to get Eccles Cakes. There were none in Eccles, apart from in one of the certain German discount stores, and it doesn't seem right to buy Lancashire invented Eccles Cakes that have been made somewhere not in Lancashire. And as someone who absolutely hates with a vengeance to see people on television chewing or eating, I mean, some of the advertisements are awful. There is one Eccles Cake, and I'm going to break my own rules and just have a little bit of a bite into it, and then I won't talk with my mouth full. Reason, I don't know if you can see it, that's the reason they were nicknamed fly cakes. They look like they've got flies inside, and there you go. And there you have it. I hope you enjoyed my, just look at autumn colours, aren't they lovely? I hope you enjoyed my little trip to Eccles, and thank you very much for joining me. Sorry, not an awful lot. It's only a small town, as I say, as you saw, not madly busy, but I think we covered a few bits there that might be of interest. So take care until next time, and as I always say, all the best.